I think the referees were kind of having trouble figuring out were we asking for a measurement, calling timeout. I think there was a little miscommunication. Not sure what exactly was going on there, but really brief timeout right there. Back at it, 3rd and 1, 6.5 to go before the half. Evans fakes the handoff to Hosey. He's rolling. DeAndre Williams in pursuit. And that one, just out of the hands of a diving Cordarius Payton. And it's going to fall incomplete. So 4th and 1 for Laurel, and looks like they're bringing out the punt team. Big thing here, you got to watch out for the fake, though. 4th and 1, and it's on their side, but not a lot of room to go. Imagine we're going to be pretty we're going to probably play this one pretty safe, try to watch out for our fake, given they don't have much to gain. Cordarius Payton is back around Gulfport's 43-yard line to receive it. Geronimo gets the snap, and we're going to get flagged. Gulfport's guys getting away from it. It's going to fall in Gulfport territory about 2 yards in the positive area, but we've got a 15-yarder for roughing the kicker coming against us. And that is the exact opposite of what we needed right there. I think Mylan Stubbs is the one who's going to get flagged for it. Another frustrating moment there for us. Just felt like we had momentum, big 3rd down stop, and then another mental mistake there, right?
Yeah.
You don't get the ball, we got to be able to pull up, avoid the kicker there. So.
And this is the first season I've seen the Admirals get a lot of flags. I've never seen this. I mean, going in from freshman, sophomore, junior year, I've never seen this many flags as I have at the beginning of this season so far.
On that note, we got 5 so far tonight. We only had 5 the whole of our last game.
Yeah.
We're midway through the 2nd quarter and already are at 5. So Laurel takes it back on their own 44. Heavy blitz again. DeAndre Williams all over him. He knocked Bivens' helmet off with that hit. Porkchop has been making a lot of noise in the backfield tonight, and Bivens is going to have to come off for a play. Really good pursuit there.
Very good. Very good hit, too.
It's good. We've been getting in the backfield a lot tonight, and we just haven't gotten a really clean shot. That was the first time we got him from the backside, and he's going to have to come off for a play.
And we've been putting in a lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah. So backup quarterback's going to have to come in. It's Corday Washington, and he misses up on the handoff, and he is going to take another big hit. DeAndre again. Big tackle right there on the sideline. It's going to be about a 2-yard gain.
And that'll be another 3rd down brought to you by Savvy Sliders.
Yeah, we're going to have about 8 to go here. Bivens comes back on after sitting the play for the helmet. And
another timeout might be called. Yep, another timeout was called. And that timeout is brought to you by Revive and Thrive.
Hey, during this timeout, I want to remind you, there are great things happening every day at Gulfport High School, and you can see them on our Facebook page, Gulfport High School Academic Institutes of Gulfport, where you can find student accomplishments, club activities, and our weekly newsletter, The Admiral Anchor. This week on there, we had 4 seniors named National Merit Semifinalists, so a huge congratulations to them. Reed Bodenhammer, Zenaida Kikias, Isaac Johnson, and Crosby Parker, who are now going to progress in the competition for the National Merit Scholarships awarded in the spring. And we also had 2 juniors, Juliana Branch and Anna Gray Massey, named to the Coast Electric Cooperative Youth Leaders Program, which selects juniors from Harrison, Hancock, and Pearl River counties. And they will represent GHS in October at their Leadership Summit with a chance to advance to a state-level program. So huge congratulations to those 6 students doing a great job representing our school and our community in a positive light. All right, back to the action, just under the 6-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Laurel is facing a 3rd and 8 just on their side of midfield. I think there's some flinching. Yeah, that's the Laurel's left tackle there. Number 51, Jalen McDonald, just kind of popped his head up real quick when Gulfport shifted, so that'll push it back to 3rd and 18 now. DeAndre's coming in hard again. He's got another shot. He
intercepted!
Yes. That's Jamarian Davis with the ball. He's across midfield, across the 45, and he's going to be tackled by a big offensive lineman right around the 41. And there is a lot of excitement on the Admiral sideline after that play. Bryson Bivens got hammered by, just absolutely sandwiched by DeAndre Williams and Javon Anderson. Both got to him right around the same time. He tried to get that throw off, and he is hurt. So both teams' trainers are out for that, but a lot of excitement from the defensive crowd over there on the Admirals sideline. Once again, turnovers to Gulfport are sponsored by Amy Olson of Owen & Company Real Estate. Bivens gets helped up, and he's moving slowly, but he's up on his own feet, walking it off. And he took a really hard shot. That's about as hard of a hit as we've seen in a long time there. But our pressure, we've been really aggressive blitzing tonight, and that right there finally get to him 2 plays in the last possession, and we saw the benefits of it right there. So Gulfport will take over. 5:19 to go in the half on the Laurel 41-yard line. That's going to go out to Cooper, and he's going to break away from the tackles. Oh, stiff arms the guy. He's in the clear. Oh, there's a flag down right at the blocking point. I think this is going to come back, but he completely ran over a guy and then stiff-armed him. So this one's going to come back on a hold on the outside there. But nonetheless, the excitement's definitely swung to our side here. We'll see what the call's going to be holding against us. Looks like that was Camden Morgan. Seems to be the guilty party based on the body language and who the coaches are talking to there. All right, so that's just going to move it back to the 45. We're only going to lose really about 4 right there, given that the block was a little further downfield. So the unusual 1st and 13 here. Gwynn comes across in motion, and they're going to check back. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. Plenty of time to check with the play here. Now we're down to 5 on the play clock. Gwynn does settle in on that right side. Nettles takes it. Crosby in the flat. Didn't want him. Holds on to it a little bit longer, and he hits Camden Morgan, and he breaks through. He's got a way to go.
And he's in the touchdown.
I think they're going to say he stepped out. Oh, the guy right on the line says he stepped out. So they're going to, no score, but looks like it's going to be about a 20-yard pickup. They're going to spot it around the 25. So, man, two near touchdowns just brought back. But it is a Horn Custom Jewelry first down for Gulfport on the 20-yard pickup there. All right, Crosby gets that handoff, goes to the left side. Good blocking up front.
And
another
there's a flag on the
wow.
play.
Flag came out way after Cooper had crossed the line. But it's going to be a hold against us. And the penalties just keep on coming. All right, so that'll back us up to, let's see where they drop it. I'm going to put that on the 36. So looking at 1st and 20 now. All right, Nettles drops back and looks. He tries to hit Cooper. Oh. Dangerous pass there. Jason McLaurin, defensive back for Laurel, tried to jump it. Got his hands on it. Fell harmlessly incomplete. That was a dangerous throw there. A little bit late, a little underneath. One thing about Parker Nettles, it looks like a lot of his misses tonight have been a little short. He hasn't missed anything over anybody's head. A lot of his misses have been short. We had a few plays in the first quarter. Had opportunities on open guys, couldn't get any catch and run, or couldn't get a clean catch because the ball was short. He underthrew that one too. Camden Morgan comes in motion. There's a fake to Cooper. I think Parker was looking for Camden to turn around for the ball, and he didn't. He was still running out to the flat, so he's got to spin and throw that one away. So we're kind of back now. These last few plays, it's kind of back to where we were in the first quarter. We're a little out of sync. So there's no flag, but that was Jaqueline Peters, our second tight end, who's usually used for some extra blocking purposes, who got brought off. So not sure what was going on there. Third down, 20 to go. Let's just see if we just try to get about half of it here and open up a fourth down opportunity. Maybe what we're thinking, he hits Cooper Gwynn across the middle, and he's going to get to the 30, so that's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. So kind of an interesting situation here. We're on the plus 30, 4th and 14 or so to go. That's kind of an unusual situation. The offense is going to stay on the field. Under 4 to go before the half. We're going to check. Got 20 left on the play clock, so plenty to work on our decision here. Nails drops. He's looking downfield. He's getting pursued heavily. He's trying to hit down in the corner. That's going to fall incomplete. That one was going for Mylan Stubbs. You know, one thing about that play, Parker, he rolls back, he hits his drop back, he's looking, and you got 3 receivers in the route, and none of them have turned back for the ball. It's like they haven't. We're out of sync. We're off our timing here. You know, he hits his last step on the drop back, and he's looking, and all the receivers are still. They haven't come out of their breaks. They haven't turned back to look, see if the ball's coming. We're just not all on the same page right there. It's really unfortunate. Turnover on downs. Laurel's going to take over with 3:30 to go on their own 30. It's going to be a handoff to number 12, Martavius Collier. Kind of motioned in from the slot. It's going to be a moderate gain there. Looked like that was Maven Daniel and L.J. Robertson around to make the tackle there. Short gain, about 7 to go on second down here. Bivens takes this one. More pressure again from the Admirals. He's going to throw this one up, and
and it's caught.
Oh, Alex Wilde was there in coverage, jumped just a hair too early. Really impressive catch there by Laurel's guy there, number 6, Zadrian McCormick. But Alex Wilde's in coverage. He really did a good job of hanging with his guy, not letting him get too far away. Try to go for the interception just a bit too early on the jump. So Laurel has a first down now on the plus 27. There's a handoff on the end around, and there's Javon Anderson. Ball's out. Oh, they're going to call him down. There, White Hat saying he's down. Javon Anderson made a big play there on Martavius Collier on the end around.
Forcing that fumble.
Yeah, that was a big tackle. Javon, it's funny when you look at him from the field, you look at him from here, he doesn't look like a gigantic guy, but he plays like a really, really big defensive lineman. Very accomplished player again. He was first team All-Region last year. He's off to a really good start again. Led the team in tackles last week against Picayune. Made a lot of noise so far tonight already. So it's going to be a loss of about 5. Second and 15 for the Tornadoes here. Under 2 to go before half. Evans, there's a whistle before the snap. They're going to do a screen play there to Jenkins, but had a little movement beforehand, so that'll back them up even further.
Third down will be brought to you by Savvy Sliders. And as I'm watching this game, I can tell that Laurel and the Golden Tornadoes, they're not doing well under pressure.
Right, yeah, our pressure's definitely affecting them.
And I think our defense has realized to keep pressure.
It's a deep ball thrown, and that is just out of the reach of Collier. Try to get him the ball several times in a row right there. That one's going to fall incomplete. I think this is third down coming up. I think the down marker guy flipped it on the penalty, so this should be the Savvy Sliders third down and 20 to go. Interesting enough, we didn't blitz any linebackers on that one. We didn't bring the big heavy pressure there, but all our linemen got way downfield, and Bivens really stepped forward. And Gulfport's going to call a timeout right there.
That timeout will be brought to you by Revive and Thrive. And some more information for you is that you can follow the WGTV broadcasting on Facebook for links to live streamed events and episodes of Admiral Ocean, the school's weekly news program. Today's episode features stories on our law and public safety class visiting the Harrison County courtroom for a mock trial, recruiting visits from administrators at Mississippi colleges, a blood drive ran by our health science classes, and our theater program.
And it was a very good episode, and I didn't put it on that script there that you read, but
yeah.
You, Nate, you did a great job with our sports segment. You're doing a great job as a sports anchor on Admiral Ocean this year. And we were talking about this pregame. We were kind of doing the setup and everything. Big compliment to you guys, Nate, you, the student team. I know Johnny and Julian, the anchors on it.
Thank you.
Everybody else, Mr. Rogers, Mr. Elwood, everybody involved done a fantastic job. We're 3 episodes in this year, and I think this is the best year yet of Admiral Ocean that I've seen. I mean, the production value is really good. Y'all are doing a great job with all the images, the visuals. The segments are really interesting. Y'all are doing an awesome job this year. So for those watching, be sure to give that a check out. WGTV broadcasting on Facebook. Episodes of Admiral Ocean on Friday mornings when they come out every week. So
they are uploaded to YouTube and Facebook every Friday.
All right. 3rd and 20 for Laurel now that we're back from the timeout. Bivens is looking deep for his big guy there, Zechariah Jenkins, and Jenkins couldn't quite get his head turned around to find the ball. That's Pierre Fielder doing a good job in coverage with him, so that's going to fall incomplete and bring up a 4th and 20.
And back to the Admiral Ocean thing, what we're doing is we're updating sports weekly. And it's kind of a hard thing to do, but we just have to start communicating a lot more, getting more information. And football games, it's going to be the easiest because everybody's out here.
Yeah, and you did a good job. You even cut highlights from the Picayune game 2 weeks ago. Did a really good job narrating those, giving everybody, even those that couldn't go to the game, a good visual of what it looked like. And maybe bring up some excitement because next week we're going to be back home at Milner, face Petal. We'd love to get more people out. We want to get more people excited about our games, all right? Laurel is calling a timeout now. I believe that's their last one of the half. So 1:27 to go. They're going to try to work on their decision here. 4th and 20, again, kind of an awkward spot. You're in positive territory in the 36, but you got to pick up 20, so really all you can do is go for the deep throws there.
And that timeout is brought to you by Revive and Thrive. And as you were saying, next week at Petal.
We'll be at Milner. We'll be at home for second home game of the year against Petal.
I feel like that's going to be really good.
Yeah, Petal's a really good team this year. They knocked us out of the playoffs last year in a really close game, 20-17. They hit a field goal late to beat us. I'm really looking forward to seeing how we do. Especially, if we can get the things cleaned up here in the second half tonight. Really excited to see how we play against a high-quality opponent at home. All right, so looks like in that timeout, Laurel decided they are going to punt. And I don't know. We had our punt team out, but I'm not sure what was going on. I don't know if we didn't have enough people out or what, but Coach Pinnock immediately came out, called our themselves a timeout. I believe that is also our last. So
that was another timeout brought to you by Revive and Thrive.
So, yeah, that was kind of odd. I imagine they won't give them too long on this one, but especially with just 1:27 to go before the halftime. One thing about it's a really humid night out here tonight.
Yeah, very humid. It's
hot. We've been spoiled down the coast. It's been real breezy, really moderate, especially in the morning times.
Yeah.
This last 2 weeks, we come an hour and a half north, and it's like we're sitting here in the steam room tonight. So really humid weather tonight.
I mean, we're not next to an ocean where we get the ocean breeze constantly.
Right. Yeah, we take that for granted a little too often. All right, looks like Laurel's sticking with the punt, and we've got Cordarius Payton back to return. Got his heels on his 10. I'm sure he's been instructed not to drop back any further than that. Geronimo catches that snap, and the punt is away. He didn't put a full swing into it. Cordarius catches it around the 14, gets a few yards, takes a couple pretty good shots right there. So this would be a 3 or 4 yard return for Cordarius Payton. And score. I think that's kind of an interesting decision here for our coaching staff.
The crowd is starting to get ecstatic for the Admirals as they come out of the huddle.
Yeah, 1:17 to go, no timeouts. We come out in the usual formation here, although we're going to motion and let's see.
Be a false start.
No, they're going to call that on Laurel. Cooper, what kind of drew that? Cooper Crosby goes in motion out to the wide outside, and one of Laurel's linebackers there jumped up. That was number 24, Kavion Davis, who's kind of plays all over the field. He jumped up like he was ready to show some big pressure there. So 5 free yards there for Gulfport. Javius Hills comes across in motion left to right. And Nettles fakes the handoff to Crosby, rolls out. He's got Crosby on the wheel coming out
to Crosby.
Good stiff arm.
And Crosby runs out of bounds.
Huge gain. That's going to be marked around the positive 43. That is a Horn Custom Jewelry first down, and it stops the clock. Gulfport's going in the hurry up. Love the throwback play right there. Nettles rolls out, tosses back to Cooper. He kind of gets lost in the shuffle of all the moving pieces going to the right. Cooper goes back to the left. Love that play. We ran it a lot last year with a lot of success. Good to see it coming back again. Hills in motion again to the right. And this is going to be a pass out to Camden Morgan. Hills gets a good block. Camden Morgan's got a lot of room in front of him.
He's running all the way.
It looks like he's going to get knocked out of bounds around the 12-13 there. That's another Horn Custom Jewelry first down. Good lead block there from Javius Hill. Yeah, that was a play we had really well run 2 weeks ago against Picayune. We motioned Jayon Pollard across on that same timing. I think it was Javius Hills who caught it, and Jayon Pollard never broke stride and just completely laid out Picayune's corner. Very similar looking play right there. There's a slant and just out of the reach of Morgan there. Hey, I like that play. I like that shot right there. That one was fired in there pretty good, but does fall incomplete.
And I do think running backs and receivers are starting to look for the ball more as soon as they get in their cut, as we were talking about earlier, as they weren't. But now I feel like they are.
I'm sure it's frustrating when Parker was seeing nobody. He's wanting to throw a ball to a guy, and they're not. Their route's completely in a different location than what he was expecting. 14 to go on the play clock as we check back. Game clock is stopped after the incompletion. 50 seconds to go. It's a free rusher, but it's a screen. And sails high, and I think it was intercepted by Laurel. Can't quite tell with the big mass of people there, but Nettles tried to throw the screen to Crosby. He sailed it a bit, and one of Laurel's linebackers got it in his hands, and that is another frustrating into a drive right there. 42 seconds to go. I had the ball down in the red zone, and another missed opportunity right there. That's kind of the story of this half. A lot of missed opportunities, frustration. 2 trips to the Citizens Bank red zone. We haven't gotten the ball in the end zone. We haven't even attempted a field goal. We haven't gotten anything out with turnovers. So kind of a way of fitting into this half. Really frustrating one so far. We played a little bit better the second quarter, but still just not quite clicking. 42 seconds to go. Neither team's got a timeout left, so Laurel's going to run it. They're going to gain basically nothing there. I think both teams are content to take this one to the locker room, and
the clock is still running.
Try to clean up and maybe play a little better second half. We have 13 combined penalties. I think 4 turnovers. I mean, just a really ugly first half of this game. Laurel doesn't not have to snap it. 12 to go on the game clock. Play clock still on 25, so I think they are content to call an end to this half.
Yeah.
And we will. So at halftime, Laurel leads 14-7. Stay with us as the Admiral Band is going to perform their show first, as is customary for the visiting team. Again, this year's Admiral Band performance is titled I Want My MTV and features music from the 1980s. And I did ask a few members this morning, songs you can hear will include Aha's Take On Me, Video Killed the Radio Star, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and Michael Jackson's I Just Can't Stop Loving You. So big thanks to Admiral Band Juniors Taylor Thornton and Olivia Skolnick for giving me that information today. So again, stick with us for the Admiral Band performance. We'll be back shortly after that with our halftime stats and first half recap, and we'll bring you the last 24 minutes of this one. starts out slow, and then once you say a few things, you get comfortable and you start rolling. So, yeah, it's once you get it's kind of hard to get started, but once you get started, you start figuring it out. You get comfortable. You kind of you feel what you want to say, what you're good at doing. So you're doing a good job. Just keep it up. Just be yourself. All right. Don't try to act like anything. Just be yourself. You're doing good. You're doing good.
I just started off. I was like, okay. Yeah. And then I'm getting more comfortable.
Yeah. Hey, the people who do this for other schools are all terrible, so it's all good. We're doing really good at it.
Being in Admiral Ocean helps me a lot with that.
Yeah. Well, you're comfortable talking and
I'm good in front of camera.
Yeah.
It's better when I'm off the camera, but knowing that people are still watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing a lot of stuff. Like I've been.
That's all right. That's all right. It just happens. And don't worry, we don't have to rush through. We don't have to rush through this stuff. There's stuff on the other side too.
Yeah.
We don't need to rush through it. We got plenty of time because we're good on that. Don't feel like we should have said something during the break. We got plenty of time to get all of that in. Don't worry about that.
15 minutes footage this time. Wow.
No, this is
I just still broke.
So they do the weird thing about they do 20 minutes at halftime and then they give them another 3 after. And we welcome you back to our coverage of this game tonight between Gulfport and Laurel. We're coming to you live from Watkins Stadium here, as they call it, between the bricks. About a minute to go before the third quarter is in play. So we got Nate here with our halftime stats. Go ahead, Nate.
At halftime, the score is 14-7 in favor of Laurel. Here's a look for the stats so far. For Gulfport's offense, they have 221 total yards and 9 first downs. Quarterback Parker Nettles is 8 for 17, passing for 172 yards with 2 interceptions. On the ground, Gulfport is led by Cooper Crosby, who has 53 yards on 9 carries with 1 touchdown. The receiving tonight has been led by Cooper Crosby, who has 2 catches for 65 yards. Camden Morgan has 2 catches for 49 yards. The Admirals are 1 for 3 on third down and 1 for 3 in the red zone. Kicker Carter Platt is 1 for 1 on extra points. As for Laurel, they have 217 total yards and 5 first downs. Passing, they are 8 for 19 for 94 yards, and they have ran for 123 yards on 12 carries. They are 2 for 8 on third downs and 1 for 1 in the red zone. Gulfport's defense is led by DeAndre Williams, who has 3 tackles, and Jamarion Davis, who had an interception.
All right, thank you for that, Nate. And one thing we were sitting here discussing tonight, during halftime, right before we came back on, very bizarre game.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre. We've got 13 combined penalties. We're already at 7. I mean, we're at 7 penalties for 51 yards for Gulfport in the first half. Last week we only had 5 in the whole game. Last year, really the last 2 years, we've been a really disciplined team. I mean, we're averaging like 4 a game under our coaching staff through, the first 23 games with them. 7 already at halftime. That's really unusual. And a lot of them are not like, judgment calls going against us. I mean, we had, a defensive holding on a guy running a drag route, and we grabbed the shirt and got called for that. But we had the extremely bizarre 3 consecutive false starts. I've never seen 3 in a row before.
Yeah.
I've seen 2 in a row. I've never seen 3 in a row before. Our offensive line coach, Justin Jones, does a phenomenal job, as we mentioned earlier, back-to-back years that he's been here. We've had 3 offensive linemen signed to play at the college level. He told me back in the spring, got his work cut out for him this fall. But he's done a really good job with getting them together. They had a really good game last week against Picayune. I mean, they're facing 2 Division I defensive linemen with the guys at Picayune. Yet one of the guys an Alabama commit, the other guy's got multiple Division I offers, and really we didn't notice them hardly at all. They didn't stand out. We contained them, and it's not that Laurel's defensive line is blowing us up. It's just our linemen are not being disciplined. We're jumping a lot. We're flinching a lot. We had 1 or 2 that could have gotten called that didn't. Just not a clean game from us. Parker Nettles, a quarterback, he's got a really good arm. I mean, that slant that fell incomplete at the end of towards the end of the second quarter, really fired it in there, just off the hands of Camden Morgan. But so many of his misses have been low. We had a few chances. We could have had a catch and run on a first down opportunity. Low catch, the guy falls trying to catch it, or he can't get his hands underneath it. Just really struggling on all facets of the game. Defensively, we played pretty well, I think. When you have 3 turnovers on offense to start the game, it's really hard to play defense then. Our defense has held their own really well. They've been put in some bad spots. Really like the way they're playing. We're blitzing a lot tonight from the linebacker spot. DeAndre Williams really wreaking havoc tonight. Bryson Bivens, the quarterback for Laurel, he's going to be sore tomorrow from that hit that when DeAndre and Javon Anderson sandwiched him right as he's trying to get a pass off that Jamarion Davis would intercept.
Yeah.
So I really like the way we're playing defense. We just got the offensive side of the ball, which was kind of the concern this year. We have really talented personnel, but can we get it all put together? Offense talent helps, but there's a lot of precision and a lot of timing going into it, and we're just not quite there yet. And it's only the second game of the season. We're coming off a bye week, so that's kind of to be expected. But in the second half here, really want to see if we can be a little more precise on the offensive side of the ball. I think that's the big thing we want to have as the Gulfport crowd, which has traveled really strong up here to Laurel, welcomes the team back for this third quarter. Gulfport kicked off to start the game, so Laurel will be kicking to us here. So we'll get a look at the offense here.
But yeah, going back to the defense, we put in a good amount of pressure, if not more, really good amount.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if we just keep putting pressure just how we have been in the first half, we shouldn't have an issue defensive-wise. Now, offense, they've been playing great. We've made some pretty big plays. Although Parker Nettles has 2 interceptions, it doesn't. We could still come back from that.
Yeah, well, the one wasn't really on him. I mean, he had the wide receiver screen to Hales, hit him right in the numbers. It popped up in the air. If he catches it, or if that ball falls down and not up off of the receiver's hands, then it doesn't happen. So that one, not really on him. The one at the end of the half, the screen pass, he sailed high. That was just not a well-thrown ball, and you almost wonder maybe he was overcorrecting. He's thinking, man, I've been short all night, been low all night, overcorrected, missed an easy screen pass high. All right, Laurel is set to kick off. Cooper Crosby and Cordarius Payton back to return, standing around our 10.
And this third quarter is now brought to you by Gulfside Periodontics.
All right, and that opening kickoff goes out of bounds. Geronimo just hooked it straight out. And so Gulfport's going to get good field position to start us off. The yardage wasn't really an issue for the offense. 221's a good half. Yeah. It's just the mistakes, 4 turnovers, just a really sloppy start to the game.
And not to mention the flags that have come in.
Yeah, and they come in at wrong times. We had the 3 straight false starts was bizarre, but also came on the heel of 2 really big explosive plays.
Yeah.
And that's really, it almost made it worse. So we'll start this one on our own 35. Again, trailing by 7, but very much in this game. It really feels like we're the better team. We're just not playing up to that tonight. We got to put it together and earn it.
And first snap of the second half.
All right, Stubbs goes in motion. Crosby's going to get the handoff going the other direction. He got hit in the backfield pretty early. That was Tamaj Harris who got a hand on him right at the point of handoff. So not much on the pickup there to get us started on their first play. Send Stubbs in motion again. Nettles going to roll towards him, and he's going to hit Stubbs right there in the flat. Tries to break away. That's a good tackle there from number 21 for Laurel. That is Ja'Cory Magruder. Milan tried to hit the spin move on him and just almost got away, just couldn't quite there. But 3rd and short nonetheless here for Gulfport. A lot of motion, 20 seconds left on the play clock, so we'll check back. Get what we want there. 3rd down, about 2 to go. All right, we're set. Seems to get the look we like. We're going to hand off to Cooper to the right side, and he's got a hole, and yes.
That will be another Horn Custom Jewelry first down.
Yeah, good power run right there. Get some guys moving, get their defensive line going sideways. Get him off kilter a little bit. Give Cooper a little bit of space like that. He's going to make something really positive out of it. All right, 2 yards short of midfield here, 1st and 10. Camden Morgan coming across in motion this time. That was going to drop back. He's pressured heavily and sails it.
And intercepted.
That's Ja'Cory Magruder with the interception. Another pass just sailed high. Camden Morgan chased him down to make the tackle, but a very frustrating 5th turnover of the night for Gulfport. And Laurel will take over with 10-11 to go in the 3rd on their own 43. Just, again, you kind of wonder, maybe he's thinking about all those passes he missed low early on, let that one go a little high. Maybe he's slipping. He's both quarterbacks have kind of had a trouble handling the ball tonight. We've had a lot of bobbles on snaps. A couple guys have had passes not quite. see. 1st and 10 for Laurel. And it's a handoff to Desmond Hosey, and he's got a pretty good pickup there. He's going to get about 9, it looks like.
It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Davis and Felder
at
there.
the 45-yard line.
Not good when a defensive back makes a tackle on a run play. That usually means you didn't do much to stop him there. They'll give Hosey another chance. Kind of tripped up. Looked like he slipped. It was before anybody got to him. Pierre Felder and Maven Daniel in on that, and we'll see. Be interesting where they spot that.
And that'll be a Savvy Sliders 3rd down.
All right, so we'll be a 3rd down and 1 to go. A short one, it looks like. And it's a fumble. And that is recovered by the Admirals.
Admirals up the ball now.
Handoff never got settled right. Bounced right off of Hosey's hands. And Jalen Lewis falls on it in the secondary. And that is another turnover sponsored by Amy Olson of Owen & Company Real Estate. One thing we didn't get last week, we did not have any turnovers on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Capitalizing on some opportunities here tonight. And that was really an unforced error from Laurel. I mean, that was just, the handoff bounced right off of Hosey's hands and rolled a good 10 yards downfield.
And, I'd say defense has been playing very good this game coming off of the bye week. We just need to get that same energy going into the offense.
Yeah, so handoff to Cooper here, and he's got a big
broke the tackle, and he's running.
Hold on to the ball at the end. Great run there from Cooper. Ran over a defensive back again. When he gets one-on-one with the safety, he's about to have some loud contact. And that is another Horn Custom Jewelry 1st down for Gulfport.
And one thing about Cooper Crosby, he's good at getting out of, tackles. In tight situations, he's good at getting out.
Yes, he is really good at he doesn't go down easy. It's going to take 2 guys usually to get him to the ground. All right.
And another handoff to Cooper Crosby.
Looks like he might pick up a yard there.
That'll be the 2nd down.
Picked up 28 on the play before. Puts him up to 90 on the night on the ground. Last week he went for 135 on the ground. Of course, he also had the really exciting 99-yard kickoff return. Stubbs goes in motion. It's another handoff to Crosby, and he's got a good run there developing. Cooper Gwynn, the lead blocker this time. Cooper's fighting for some extra yardage. It's going to be another Horn Custom Jewelry 1st down.
At the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Cooper's really in a groove right now with these runs. Our blocking's getting much better. Cooper Gwynn, the tight end, when he gets out, you get that lead blocker out to the 2nd level, you know it's going to be a special play right there. So, yeah, run down to 21 now. Camden Morgan comes in a little tighter. This is a handoff to Amaji Frederick. Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 or 3. Going to let Cooper catch his breath there for a play. But another good run. Blocks are developing well. Cooper's coming back in. We are now in the Citizens Bank red zone, where Gulfport is 1 for 3 tonight. Not our best. 1 for 3 tonight. Puts us right at 50% on the year. We're 3 for 6 on the year. Definitely an area our coaches are going to want to improve going forward. There's another handoff to Cooper.
Out.
Yeah, he gets around the edge, breaks through some more tackles. Looks like they're going to mark him. It's going to be interesting to see if they move the change or not. We'll see. Yep, they're going to signal. It's going to be another Horn Custom Jewelry 1st down. Spot this on the 12. So changer's still up. We can still get a 1st down without getting to the end zone. And it's going to be on Laurel. Looks like the Parker got him with the hard count. Got the defensive end to jump off, and he's also now getting subbed off. So that'll pick up an extra 5 for us. I believe that's the third time we've gotten him on a hard count tonight. So 1st and 5 on the 7. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the third. And we're going to give it right back to him. Left tackle Jamari Moses just kind of flinched there, took a little step back, and there's the frustration again for us. You know, it's felt like everybody in our side of the stands all groaned collectively right as soon as he moved. So 8th penalty of the night for Gulfport. Back to 1st and 10 on the 12.
And
Crosby's going to get that and go to the left side. Gets through one guy, breaks off another. Fighting down. He's around the 1. We'll see. We'll see where that spot is. It's going to be interesting to see where the spot is because of the downs. Okay, so they're going to mark him on the 3, so it's 2nd and 1. Middles checks back. Both tight ends go in motion to the left. Cooper gets the handoff going that way, and he's fighting forward, and I think he is over the line. Yes, that is a Brian Jacobs State Farm touchdown for Gulfport. That's Cooper's 2nd tonight. And the Admirals are a point away from tying this one. And for the 2nd time tonight, Carter Platt comes out for the PAT. Braxton Boswell is the long snapper. Caleb McDonald the holder. Clean snap,
and
clean hold.
The kick is good.
Carter blasts that one through again. So with 5:41 to go in the 3rd quarter, Gulfport has tied it up 14-14. And while it wasn't the cleanest,
but we're back in the game now.
It is what we needed. All right, we are back level now again.
And as I said earlier, we have a lot of time, and I feel like we're using our time very good now.
Yep.
Coming back into the 2nd half, I feel like the talk with Coach Pinnick to all the football players, I feel like he said something that motivated them even more.
Yeah, I would love to have been a fly on the wall for the locker room talk there, given how that first half went. That drive, Cooper Crosby went over 100 yards again. He's up to 122 with 2 touchdowns now for the night. So back-to-back 100-yard games to start him off on his senior season. He's come in with really high expectations for him. I want to say last year we played 11 games. I think he went over the 100-yard mark in 10 of those 11. He had 17 total touchdowns.
Yes.
Rushing, receiving, special teams. Really, really good season. And that was considering he was splitting a lot of time with Jacorion Payton, who's now playing at Pearl River Community College. So he wasn't even getting the bulk of the carries like he is this year. So definitely a guy we're leaning on this year to make some big plays for us.
And once again, with Cooper Crosby getting played everywhere, special teams and offense, like he gets played everywhere. Mm-hmm. And he's just shown out.
Yeah, he's a multi-skilled guy. All right, Carter Platt on for the Divine Dentistry kickoff. Blast this one low and hard, and what a break for Gulfport. Zachariah Jenkins, Laurel's top wide receiver, caught it, was ready to take off, and his feet slipped out from under him. And Laurel is kind of got a little bit of misfortune there on the home field. They're going to start this possession on their own 4. Kind of an unlucky break there from the home turf there. We didn't walk around the field. We don't have a super accurate guy for field conditions, but it is really humid tonight. It seems to be very slick down there because we're seeing a lot of guys slip. We've had a few of our receivers have fallen in the routes. We just saw that. Jenkins again was ready to take off. He had a lot of room to get started there, given how fast that kickoff got down. But feet slipped out from under him, so Laurel's pinned back deep in their own side. All right, Bivens going to check back with the coaches. He's going to take snaps. It's a handoff to Hosey, and he's going to run into a wall of Admirals right there. Looked like that was DeAndre Williams and Cortell Crandall in. Looks like Cortell's the one that got him to the ground. There's going to be a modest gain at best right there. I think they're going to maybe spot him 1 yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 5.
And he's going deep.
Oh, we got a chance at that.
Right almost intercepted.
Right off the fingertips of Tyrell Seals. Yeah, Bivens was going deep there. That was Zadrian McCormick, his intended receiver. They tried to go deep to him a few times, thinking maybe we're over-focused on Zachariah Jenkins, who's their best receiver. But Tyrell has held his coverage really well right there, just off the fingertips on the overthrow. So we have a Savvy Sliders 3rd down and 9 coming up. And they're going to just hand that one off to Hosey, and he's going to get a modest pickup at best. Admirals do a good job getting the stop there, getting off the field. You know, had Laurel pinned deep, and really did a good job of not letting them out of the shadow of their end zone there. So really good stand there for the Admiral defense. And like we said, they've been playing really a pretty good game. Maybe a play or two here you could have frowned on, but overall they've done a really good job holding their own. Geronimo catches the snap on his punt. He gets this one pretty high up in the air. Cordarius Payton's going to field it on the 41. He's going to make a few guys miss. He's got some space to work with.
He's running back.
He's got a lot of room to still keep going. He gets drugged down from behind. Cordarius Payton gets that ball down around the 10-yard line. And that's where the next Admiral possession will start. Great return there by Cordarius. First down for Gulfport on the 10.
And now the third quarter is sponsored by 24-hour storage offers climate-controlled units plus secure boat and RV storage across 3 convenient coast locations, Gulfport, Biloxi, and Ocean Springs. So if you are moving, decluttering, or need a safe spot for your toys, 24-hour storage is there 24/7 with clean, secure, and affordable storage solutions. Store is smart. Store it safe. Store it with 24-hour storage. Visit 24hourstorage.com to secure your next unit.
All right, we are in the Citizens Bank red zone to start this possession. Both tight ends go in motion to the right. Cooper gets a handoff, bounces counter on to the left. Not going to get too much there.
And that red zone is sponsored by the Citizens Bank.
And it is goal to go. The chains never went up there, so there's no first down from here. All right, they've got that one marked at about the 6, so that's what we have left to acquire. Got a chance to grab the lead here. Really need to take advantage of this opportunity. A couple plays going in our favor now. Hand off to Cooper. Oh, he got hit really hard right there. Javius Hales came through, picked up a block on an end, but Cooper got stuck really hard right up the middle by the defensive lineman. Minimal gain right there. So third down, it's 3rd and goal. We're about 5 yards short. Be really interested in seeing the play call here. See, if we get closer, do we go for it? We'll see here. Nettles going to roll to his right. Got 2 receivers out there. Mylon Stubbs, and just overthrown. He had Hills and Stubbs both running the levels play out to the left and just sailed it. It's a tough throw going, opposite of your arm side there, like Nettles was doing. But he really likes the roll out.
And now we're
sailed it a bit. And we're going to see our 2nd field goal attempt of the season. Carter Platt, the kicker, 2 weeks ago, our last game, attempted a 39-yarder against Picayune, didn't get a good clean kickoff. Ball kind of side spun and hooked wide. But his extra points have looked good tonight, so we'll see how we go here. This is a 22-yard attempt from the right hash Boswell snaps it on.
Oh,
Caleb McDonald
failed.
can't quite get a hold. It looks like he as kind of the class mistake, kind of looked away right before the ball hit his hands. He was looking to set it down, drop the hold there. So again, just another little simple mistake there. So 2:46 to go in the third quarter. Another mental mistake for Gulfport, and missed opportunity for points there. Would really like to see Carter's hitting his PATs really good tonight. Hit some really good warm-up kicks earlier. Would have liked to see him get a chance to get that one off. But nonetheless, we've got to move on. 2:46 to go in the third, and need another defensive stop. Laurel's first play going to get them not much there.
A short gain of like a yard.
Yeah, they started about their own 17, didn't get much there. A whole host of guys up there on the defense making the stop. Our defensive line's played really, really well so far. Getting pressure on the quarterback, stuffing a lot of these early runs. Really like what we've seen from them, and we're rotating guys in a lot tonight. Javon Anderson to get through, but not quite enough. Hosey's going to catch that pass out in the flat. And DeAndre Williams, good pursuit right there. 33, LJ Robertson coming back from the backside on the pursuit as well. Make a good tackle there. And that will bring up a Savvy Sliders third down. About 8 to go, looks like.
And the one thing about this stadium, it's concrete bleachers.
Yeah. It's really brick. It's a lot of brick. I mean, they have a big sign on their press box that says between the bricks. Ooh. That pass is rifled from Bivens to his top man, Zechariah Jenkins, and that's a really good catch and throw right there. That's going to pick up a first down for Laurel and get to around their own 33 right there. But he really rifled that throw. One of the few times he's gotten a clean, really good step into and throw there. Rifled that in well to his favorite target.
And speaking of our varsity football, let's mention our 9th grade football, because they beat St. Martin 49-27 on Monday night. And now they move 2-1 on the year. And now next Monday, they're going to be playing the Iberville. And I have a feeling that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I think so too. They're definitely off to a good start. There's a little swing pass out to the out route to Zechariah Jenkins. DeAndre Williams made a really good tackle, not letting him get anything extra, but his helmet came off, so he's going to have to sit a play. He looked really frustrated there on that. Only about a 2-yard pickup he allowed. Handoff goes to Hosey, and it looked like we had him stood up right at the line, but Javon Anderson's going to get a hold of him about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
And that'll make another Savvy Sliders third down.
Yeah, they're going to have about 4 to pick up here.
And I can now tell the flags have definitely stopped coming as often as it was in the first half.
Yeah, it seems that both teams kind of cleaned it up. We didn't have as many penalties here in the third quarter. I don't think Laurel has to snap it, and I don't think they will. 8 seconds to go on the game clock, and they seem content to let it roll out. But as you said, yeah, a lot fewer penalties here. All right, well, we are headed to the fourth quarter. We had a really good competitive game last week. We seem to have another one here tonight. So headed to the fourth quarter. We are all squared away 14-14. We'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better.
Hey, we need to make sure.
I moved to Gulfport High School my 10th grade year. I was at another high school freshman year. 10th grade year I was virtual, so I hadn't stepped foot on the campus at all. The teachers, they didn't really even know who I was, but they were very helpful in accommodating anything. It was a hard time for everyone, so they were very helpful. 11th grade year when I finally moved on campus, it was great. Everyone was very supportive of the things I wanted to do. They have a place for everyone to belong, whatever you want to do in life, and it's really great.
All right, and we are back for the fourth quarter. It's an exciting one here coming to you from Laurel between the bricks. 12 minutes to go, 14-14. Nate, we're getting another good ball game.
Yeah, I know. Very excited, very on the edge of your seat. I'm on the edge of my seat, even though I'm commentating. I'm excited to see the Admirals win, possibly. It's really anyone's ball game.
The key to this is continue to play defense, avoid a big breakdown on the defensive side, and it feels like our offense, we can move the ball. We just gotta finish a drive.
Yeah.
We're just tripping on our own feet here.
And tonight's fourth quarter is brought to you by Harborview Oral and Facial Surgery.
All right. First play of the fourth quarter, Bivens rolls out trying to hit Zachariah Jenkins, who motioned across, and his pass is going to sail a little bit. Pierre Felder and Cordarius Payton were in coverage there. Good job of running the route with him. So that fell incomplete. That was a third down, so now it is 4th and about 6 for Laurel. So they have Kenneth Geronimo out for another punt. Gulfport's got Cordarius Payton in to return again. Coach is telling him to scoot up a little bit. He's standing around our 42-43 there. Geronimo catches it. Takes a few steps forward, then gets the punt off. We didn't rush that time. Cordarius is going to let that one go, and it looked like it was going to backspin, and then it kicked forward at the end. So Laurel got a favorable roll there from the home field, and we will take over 17 seconds into the quarter on our own 24.
Ready to rep your brand and style? Coastal Print specializes in custom screen printing and embroidery that makes your business, team, or event stand out. From crisp t-shirts to detailed hats and uniforms, Coastal Prints can stitch or print it. Call them today at 228-COASTAL. That's 228-262-7825 to start your order. Visit them at 13334 Seaway Road, Suite 101 in Gulfport.
All right. First possession of the fourth quarter for the Admiral offense, who's moved the ball really well, 303 total yards on the night, but just cannot finish a drive. All right, Cordarius Payton in motion there, getting an offensive play in. Cooper's going to get a swing pass, and we're going to get flagged for another block. Cooper had another really good pickup. Kind of got slung down there at the end, but there's going to be another flag on us, it looks like, for holding. Is what one would guess. And
on that.
Don't want to assume here, but Cordarius Payton seems to be the guilty party since he's walking around with his hands up saying I didn't do it.
I think I saw some hand movement from the refs towards the Admiral side.
Yeah. Sometimes when they don't get on the stadium mic and announce who got it, but Cordarius threw his hands up immediately, and seems to be the one who it got called on. I think that was his first offensive snap tonight. He gets a lot of play time in a lot of different situations. Kind of a jack of all trades for us, but that one's called on him. So we are pushed back to our own 13. It looks like. And more whistles, and that's going to be a false start on Gulfport. Ooh. This is, I don't want to, be too presumptive about things, but I'm going to imagine Monday practice for our guys is probably not going to be real fun.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be a rough practice.
There's going to be a lot of truth-telling.
A lot of duck walks.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of truth-telling on Monday's practice, I think. All right, first and really long for Gulfport here. Line to gain is the 32. We're on our own 8. Early fourth quarter, Camden Morgan goes across in motion. And there's going to be a handoff to Cooper, and he's got a little bit of room to work with. He gets around the edge.
And he's down the field.
That's the pickup we needed.
Stiff arming, and now
I think he might have enough to move the chains. It looks like those guys are, they're waiting for confirmation.
And that is another first Horn Custom Jewelry first down.
Yeah, a really big run there from Cooper to get us out of the shadow of our own end zone, get out of the green zone there. Gets us to our own 34. Hey, again, like we were talking about, we need our top players to step up and make big plays tonight. We're kind of struggling. We're a little out of sync. You need to see who your leaders are on a night like this. Nettles rolls to his right, looks for Camden Morgan. He completes it. Camden stutters a little bit, makes a guy miss, picks up an extra yard or two there. So that's a solid pickup there. And looks like he went out of bounds around the 46.
Second down and 2 or 3 to go.
Yeah, not too much more there. Camden Morgan having a really good night tonight. It's his third catch, 61 yards so far.
And here's Crosby Park. And
Crosby gets a really good run there again. That play is starting to really wear down Laurel's defense interior, I think. Starting to get a little bit bigger holes here and there. We're across midfield and got some forward momentum now. Again, we've been doing this all night, though, Nate. We got to be able to finish off a drive here. We got to avoid the catastrophic mistake here. Play clean the rest of these, next 45 yards we got to pick up.
And when this Horton Custom Jewelry first down, I think the Admirals, they're good at getting out of tough situations, especially when it comes to penalties that get them past, further.
There's another good run there for Cooper. It's going to pick up, looks like about 8 right there.
And we're swapping Cooper out with...
Yeah, it's Amaje Frederick coming in. Give Cooper a breather, a couple hard runs in a row. Let him get some air in him. He's playing really hard, but it's still early in the season. Still got a long way to go. Still got 8 more regular season games left after this one. 2nd and 2. 9:40 to go in the game. Camden Morgan in motion out wide. Handoff goes to Frederick. He's got a little bit of room to work with. Bounces off a few guys. That's a good, healthy run for him. And he's going to pick up.
That's a Horn Custom Jewelry first down by the Admirals.
Yep. Best run he's had this season, I think. All right. So they're going to spot this one on the Laurel 33. And we're going to get a timeout from Laurel. Their defense is gas. That's what that timeout's about. We got a tired defense. They need a breather.
And that timeout is brought to you by Revive and Thrive. They are located at 1073 Acadian Drive in Gulfport, and you can go and enjoy their saunas, cold plunges, contrast therapy, and rejuvenating salt room, or even shut out the world in their sensory deprivation float suite. With state-of-the-art equipment and over a decade of combined experience in the field, these Gulfport High alumni are ready to tailor their services to empower you to thrive. So whether you're getting ready for your next big event or just wanting to feel rejuvenated in your daily life, contact Revive and Thrive to book an appointment or ask about membership options today.
All right.
And that came in perfect timing because now we're out of the timeout. Both teams are going back on the field.
All right, so we'll see if that timeout did Laurel's defense any good. Gave him a little air to breathe there. 1st and 10 for Gulfport on the Laurel 33. Cooper back in the game now. Meadows wants to hit a quick pass to Camden Morgan. It just looks like we weren't in sync right there. I don't know if we ran the wrong route, weren't on the same page there. Parker looked like he wanted to throw like a quick slant there or something, and or maybe a pump and go, and Camden just wasn't quite on the same page there. And that's kind of been a constant all night. Camden's playing a good game. He's had some good blocks, had a few good catches, but really just really out of sync here on some plays.
And then again, Parker Nettles is our brand new quarterback.
That's true. Hadn't had
Starting
as much
out
time.
in Mississippi, he doesn't know how Mississippi teams play.
There's another handoff to Crosby, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 before he gets pushed out of bounds.
And
there's going to be a late flag brought in there. That's another killer for us. That was Jacoby Ray on the offensive line. It's going to get flagged for that. Just engaged in his block way too long after the play ended. And well, we'll see. We'll see how they decide to call it. Laurel's coaches were very quick out on the field to get Tamaj Harris, their guy who's engaged in that block, off the field. So we'll see how this one gets adjudicated. Looks like they're going to back us up. It's going to be one way against us. So second down run is going to be negated, so we'll see where they mark us off to here. Either way, it's going to be 2nd and very long. Really a drive-killing penalty right there. And they're they're going to drop us on the 48. So that will set us 2nd and 25. Oh, no, they're going to call it after the penalty. So it's a 3rd and 25.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to rule that in after the whistle penalty. Nettles flings that one out to Hales, and he's makes one guy miss and just couldn't quite break away from that second tackle, so it's a small gain of about 5 or 6 there. And let's see, there's an injury. Javice looks to be dinged up a little bit after that one. We're going to get Carlos out there. It looks like he's cramping. Laurel's trainer's immediately going, stretching that leg out, so hopefully it's nothing too serious, just a cramp. Javice had a really good game 2 weeks ago. Hadn't done as much tonight, but that was just his second catch. Again, the big penalty at the end really killed us right there. Kind of took all of our chances away right there. So it's going to be 4th and really long still for Gulfport. So we'll see.
Special teams
Carter
is now
Platt.
out.
I believe this is Carter Platt's first punt of the night. If I remember correctly, I'm scrolling through my chart here, and yes. This is his first punt of the night. We have had 5 turnovers and 2 touchdowns and a turnover on downs on our other drive so far. So hits this one really high up in the air, and that's a good, healthy roll for Gulfport. Braxton Boswell, Cordarius Payton down there on top of it. Carter does a great job pinning them deep, so Laurel's going to start their next possession on their own 6-yard line, it looks like. Really good punt. Good special teams play from us there.
And as we're watching this game, West Mission, our Lady Admiral volleyball team, as they split division games this week, they are now 18-11 on the year and 4-4 in division play. They play Harrison Central at home on Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big game, too. So that's a huge game for playoff implications, division standings. They got us on their court a few weeks ago. Big game for the Lady Admirals Tuesday night. So, all of our supporters, if you can make it Tuesday night, we'd love to have a big, loud crowd to help them out. All right, Laurel, 1st and 10 on their own 6. And we're going to have a whistle before this one gets started. So that will back Laurel up. It's half the distance from there, so it'll put them back just on their own 3. 19th total penalty tonight. Not real ideal. 11 for Gulfport, 8 for Laurel.
Wow.
Yeah, not the prettiest game we've ever seen here. All right,
and my bad.
Yeah, 1st and 13. Bivens goes back to pass. He looks to hit Jenkins. Low throw, missed him, so I think he got his hands under it, but he's not going to get any yards after the catch, so it'll only be about a 3-yard pickup. So it looks like he gets back to where they were originally. Maybe get him a yard extra. They'll put him on the 7. So 2nd and 9. Right around 8 minutes to go in this one. Tied up 14 apiece. If nothing else, we're learning a lot about our team playing these close games like this. Blowouts don't really help you too much, but we're getting tested here these first 2 weeks. And Laurel just called their second timeout. That could really be troublesome for them going forward.
And that timeout is brought to you by Revive and Thrive.
All right. Hey, during that timeout, I want to pass along the GHS cross-country teams on a good run of late. They competed tonight in Ocean Springs, but last week they ran at St. Stanislaus. Hannah Ezel, who was recently named the Gulfport Kiwanis Club's Athlete of the Month, had her 3rd top 10 finish in 4 races. Girls team finished 5th overall. Boys were 4th. Both middle school teams finished 3rd. Jaslyn Handy, Madison Gagnon, and Cooper Powell all got top 10s in that. Tonight, just got a text, thanks to Coach J.E. Lawrence for this. Varsity girls finished 3rd overall. Hannah Ezel got 4th, and Ava Benefield 3rd place overall. So really good job by the 2 of them. They're having a really good season. The boys got third place. Tucker Hines seventh individually. Middle school girls got second overall, and middle school boys got third. And Jaslyn Handy won the middle school girls race. So
and
huge
the ball
congrats
is up.
to her. Bivens throws one long, and Tyrell Seals was in really good coverage there. That was Adrian McCormick. That was intended for, and Tyrell fell really hard on his left shoulder. He seems to be in a lot of pain, but he's going to play through it. So that pass fell incomplete. And we have another Savvy Sliders third down coming up. 9 yards to pick up for Laurel. Laurel 3 for 12 on third downs tonight. Really good so far from the defense. Bivens drops back, fires this one towards the edge, and that's almost a really good back shoulder pass to Martavius Collard, just off the fingertips. Pierre Felder was in coverage, so that one falls incomplete. And that's another defensive stand for the Admirals, really doing a good job suffocating them.
And they're
in the
going
second
to
half.
Punt the ball.
Yeah, Geronimo back again to punt. He's had a lot of punts tonight. Cordarius Payton again to return it.
Fourth quarter, 7 minutes and 38 seconds left. This game is really like edge
We should
of
get
your
really good field position off of this, provided we don't make any mistakes. Really want to go take. Oh no! The ball got blocked. It is blocked. DeAndre Williams caught it.
At the 20.
That was blocked. Trying to see who that was. I believe it was Jayon Pollard who got a hand on that one. Deflected the punt up into the air. It did still go forward a little bit, but DeAndre Williams got a hold of it. He got smoked as soon as it hit his hands, but he held on, did a good job. And so Gulfport is going to take over on the 20. Great field position starting out in the Citizens Bank red zone here. And this is really an opportunity we can't let go to waste, it feels like. We've let Laurel hang around. We're probably a better team than them. We've let them hang around. This is the time to go take control of this game. All right, Pollard, who just blocked the punt, comes across in motion, and that pass is going to go to Camden Morgan. Pollard makes a really good block to get him an extra few yards. Gain of about 5 there as the clock continues to roll. It's going to be Camden Morgan's 5th catch of the night. Down to around the 15, so 2nd and 5 here. All right, 5 to go on the play clock. We're still trying to get settled. Nettles gets the snap with 1 to go on the clock. Rolls, and he's got a little bit of room to
Nettles go.
He's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 there. So I think we're going to have a 3rd and 1 on the 11, it looks like. I don't think he really wanted to run that one, but he just, nobody was open. Didn't really have an option. There's 3 or 4 yards to take. He took it. Looks like a Laurel defensive player was injured. It's number 4, Jamel Abney, one of their better defensive backs, a guy that gets a lot of special teams play as well. So he's going to hop off. Looks like he's okay. Just got shook up a little bit there. Might have gotten fallen on, rolled up there, but it'll be 3rd and 2, 6:30 to go. Right. So 3rd down, and Gulfport 2 for 6 so far tonight on 3rd downs. About what they were 2 weeks ago. Not quite as many conversions as we would like, but 3rd and short here should be a situation we should be able to master given our running game, the way it's worked, especially the second half tonight.
Yeah.
I would fully expect power run, but you never know. It might be a good time to pull off the fake and have a wide open guy in the end zone here. All right, Cooper does get the handoff. Laurel went all out trying to stop the run. They had a guy on the edge, came totally free, tried to trip him up at the point of contact, but to no avail. Cooper gets down to about the 7, maybe 8-yard line, and that is a Horn Custom Jewelry 1st down and goal to go with 6 minutes left in this one.
He carries inside the 10-yard line. That's going to be our first steps goal for the Admirals.
first and goal from the 7. Cooper gets the handoff, and there's whistles because we've got offsides on Laurel. Okay. So that was going to be extremely frustrating to have another penalty. That would be a really frustrating false start right there. So let's see. So half the distance takes that one down to around the 4. Still first and goal for Gulfport as we're at 5:40 to go in this fourth quarter of what's been another really good, exciting, competitive game. All right, Camden Morgan tightens up the motion there. It's a handoff to Cooper. Ooh, good shifty move right on the handoff. But a really good tackle from the 2 defensive backs there from Laurel. Tamaj Harris, one of those, really did a good job there to keep Cooper out of the end zone. That was a really good, strong tackle on the pads for them, all right? But I think that might actually benefit us a little bit. You know, it's bleeding the clock down a little bit more. This is another 30 seconds or so it's going to run off.
Yeah.
Could be beneficial to us. Still a long ways to go in this one. We still got to get it across, but second and goal, about 1.5 to go. Another power run to Cooper, and it looks like just couldn't quite get anywhere. Maybe got back to the line. Laurel is understandably all out on the run right now. All right, so third down and maybe about 2.5 here, given where the spot is. Under 4.5 to go now in the game. So we got DeAndre Williams in at fullback here. And Nettles going to go under center for the first time this season. Fakes the handoff, and oh, man. Nettles got absolutely crushed there by Kevion Davis. Came in totally unblocked, and Parker took a really strong shot right there. That sack's going to be a loss of about 9, so we're going to have another field goal attempt as we get under the 4-minute mark in the game. All right, Carter Platt on to attempt here. This is a 28-yard field goal. Ball spotted in the middle here. Boswell snaps good. McDonald's holds good. Carter's kick is good. So Carter's second clean field goal attempt on the year goes right through the uprights from 28 yards out. He's 1 for 2 now on the season. And with 3:27 to go in this one, Gulfport is in front for the first time tonight, 17-14. All right, well, wasn't the 7 we wanted, but we'll take 3. We'll take the lead. First time tonight
3.
We've been ahead, so we'll see what we can do. You know, we're another defensive stop or 2 away from putting this one away, so good to finally be in front. Feels like we should have been there a lot longer ago, but I think it's a bit of a relief. All right, we're in front. Now let's go. Let's play some more defense and put this one away.
And while we're in this huddle from both teams, I do want to give a shout out to the middle school football team because they swept Biloxi last night with 7th grade winning 28-0 and 8th grade winning 35-14. And both teams are now 2-0 and will play next Thursday at Ocean Springs.
Well, always a good night when you beat Biloxi. When you beat them twice, it's even better. So great job by the middle school football teams there. They are off to a really hot start. Big game next week at Ocean Springs. So interested in seeing how those go for those guys, but they seem to be doing really well. This is the second year we've had the unified middle school program where we have the 2 middle schools in our district, but we're playing together as one team to get them ready for the time they're wearing the blue and orange on Friday nights. And that has been a huge success, I think. You know, the teams have been way more competitive. We had a lot of really good games last year. I believe the 7th grade team last year, who's currently 8th graders, I believe they went unbeaten. So it's good to see them continuing that role. As we bring it back, under 3.5 to go, Carter Platt on for the Divine Dentistry kickoff. Backspins this one a little bit more. He didn't hit it quite as firm as he had some of the others, and Laurel's going to run this back. Zachariah Jenkins, their top guy, gets a hold of it and gets it back to around the 25. Gulfport did a good job of covering that one well. right, 3:22 to go. Admiral defense looking to make another stop here now that we finally got a lead, playing from ahead. Band's getting loud, playing neck. So Bivens drops back. He's under heavy pressure. L.J. Robertson just misses him. DeAndre Williams in pursuit now, and Bivens is just going to take his 17-yard gain and go out of bounds right there.
And, man, can I say neck is a really good stand too. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I can tell you it's a lot of fun. I know, when we're walking in the pep rallies, look forward to this next week when we have our next one. When you hear them playing it, it's like, all right, everybody's getting in the mood. We're getting really excited for that night. So, fourth quarter, perfect time for it to come out. First attempt for Laurel in their own 40, and that pass was intended for Martavius Collier. Guys had several pretty good plays tonight, but that's going to bounce short, so it'll fall incomplete. All right. 3:09 to go, 2nd and 10 for Laurel. As they motion Collier in tight, be a second back. Admirals bring a little pressure. That's Jasavian Causey in pursuit. Forced an uncomfortable throw. That's a fumble. No, they're going to call it incomplete. Oh, that was really questionable, 50-50, maybe a catch fumble. Fortunately, this isn't the NFL. We're going to have a 3-minute timeout to review it 15 times. But Javon Anderson came in with heavy pressure. Jasavian Causey also. But Javon's the one that got the hit on Bivens there. Forced that short throw. And Laurel's receiver, Zechariah Jenkins, who's a really good player, made a good effort to get to it, but it's going to fall incomplete. So that'll bring up a Savvy Sliders 3rd and 10. Laurel is 3 for 13 on third downs tonight. Admiral's done well so far on that. Pressure again, L.J. Robertson in that time. Gets around Bivens' legs and forces another short throw.
And now
the big guys up front on defense are really having a good second half tonight.
And that's going to be a 4th and 10.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think Laurel's, they have burned 2 of their timeouts, so I'm not sure. They're going to take their 3rd, it looks like. So they're taking it. They're going to go for it. They're going all in on this play. All right, we're 2:58 to go. You're down by 3. You're not at midfield, but you're not far from it. They're kind of pushing all their chips in on the middle here. They just burned their 3rd time out of the half, so they're definitely going to go for it on this 4th and 10. Probably going to come out with whatever their best go-to play is in this situation, because they're kind of going all in here.
Yeah, and as I said before, timeouts are sponsored by Revive and Thrive.
We want to thank them for that. The great sponsors, owned by Gulfport alumni, located not too far from the high school over on Acadian Drive. So check them out for a rejuvenating time at Revive and Thrive.
The facility is quite nice.
Yeah, and if you're not sure, you can check out the football team's Facebook page. They have some photos of some of our players who have visited them to get some post-practice therapy. And so if you want an idea of what it looks like, go check that out. Gulfport High Admirals on Facebook. All right, 4th and 10, play of the night coming up here.
And once again, if you want to keep up with anything sports-related, you can follow the Gulfport Athletic Department page on Facebook, too.
All right. Oh, that's a false start on Laurel. That's a false start on the running back.
Yep.
Yes, okay, that was Desmond Hosey, just a little too eager to get going forward. And, it was one of the things, they went on the clap, they're snapping on the clap. They went on the second one, maybe to try to draw us off. Faked his own guy out there, so that's going to make it 4th and 15, which considering they kind of went all in on the timeout.
Yes.
There, that really hurts to have that, unforced error with the penalty there. And we got another whistle. I think we're calling timeout.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Now it's 4th and 15. And look, again, you make the stop here, you got a really good shot at putting the game away. We're really 1, maybe 2 first downs from ending it. So I'm good with this. Let's take a timeout. Let's make sure our defense is set. We know our assignments. We're in a good spot. We saw how Laurel lined up because they're probably in their best go-to play here.
Yeah.
They've shown what they got. Let's get ourselves lined up and get ready to go here. The big thing, we're probably going to play a little deeper off. I'm curious if we're going to try to send any pressure in, though. That's worked all night, like we've been saying. We backed off a little bit this drive, though. We haven't been sending as many guys. 4th and 15, we'll see what we come up with. See if we try to sit back, just try to keep them in front of us, make a tackle, force a short throw. Because for the most part, Laurel's downfield passing hasn't really beaten us. They've overthrown a lot of balls. Just really hadn't done much to us on that. So, anyways, play of the night here, 4th and 15, 2:55 to go in the game. Gulfport up by 3. DeAndre Williams blitzes, and there's a lot of pressure. That throw is high, and I think he's short. He's got to be short on the spot. He was short of the 50-yard line, which is the yard line to gain. He is short. I think we're going to – let's see where this ball gets spotted. It is.
And the Admirals turnover, and that turnover is sponsored by Amy Olson of Owen & Company Real Estate.
Wow, that was quite a play. That was an incredible catch there from Zadrian McCormick, junior wide receiver from Laurel. Went up high, got it, came down, took a hard hit, and I think he's going to come up just short of the line to gain. The officials still seem to be discussing it.
And the Admirals come out of a huddle.
Still some discussion between the head referee and the Laurel coaches. I think they wanted maybe a measurement on that, but we'll see. We'll see if anything comes out of this. Where McCormick fell is really like right in line with where we're sitting here, Nate. And I mean, we're right on the 50-yard line, and it looked like he was clearly short when he fell. The down marker's right on the 50.
Players are confused, coaches.
Yeah, what's odd is they signaled a turnover on downs, and then now after they've done it, both teams, we've got our offense on the field, their defense is on the field. Now we're asking for a measurement. Feels like we should have gone to this straight away. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. But and honestly, again, because we have really the perfect angle to see this, it looks like he got a very favorable spot on that. I thought he was a good almost a full yard short. So we'll see what we say here. No, White Hat says it's Gulfport's.
All right.
Wow. I mean, it must be, and he was standing in front of the ball from our viewpoint, but we couldn't see. But I mean, he must have come up short by the slimmest of margins right there. I don't think the referee brought the index card out like a guy did in the pro game a few years back. He didn't slip out the index card, but nonetheless, it is turnover on downs. Gulfport has the ball, 2:47 to go. Laurel has no timeouts. Gulfport in the old 4-minute offense. See how much of this clock we can kill off here. Both tight ends go in motion to the left. Nettles tries the hard count. 12 seconds to go on the play clock, so they'll check back. It's going to be a handoff to Cooper to the left. Good block from Malachi Smith, opening up a little bit of a hole, getting his guy out of the way. Cooper runs behind both tight ends and picks up a good 3 or 4 yards there.
We have a injury.
Yeah, it looks like one of Laurel's players shaking up a bit there. Yeah, one of those dangerous things when you have all those guys piled up there. Sometimes somebody falls, they're engaged in a block, they fall, they roll up on a guy, kind of unsuspecting. I think that might have happened. He might have rolled his ankle. And that's Jordan Vergis, one of the better players on Laurel's secondary that is getting helped off now. So, looked like that run picked up about 3, so the ball's on the 46 in Laurel territory, so it'll be 2nd and 7 when we get back to the field. 2:28 to go. Again, Laurel, no timeouts left, so Gulfport doing everything we can to bleed every last second off of this one. Nate, I'm also realizing as I look down at my iPad where I'm keeping our chart, it's 9:42. This is a late night. This is a really slow game, a lot of turnovers, sloppy, all the penalties.
Yeah.
This has been a long one. Usually we're done and headed to the car by now.
Yeah.
But
and now
if we can hold on and get the win, it'll be worth the time, I think. So need to get this first win on the board for the year, get us going, all right? 2:20 to go, and the Admirals are pretty much all standing up on offense. We're going to take every second off this play clock we can.
And after this game, we have almost 2-hour drive back home.
Right. Well, hopefully this late at night the Hattiesburg traffic will have thinned out by now. It was pretty rough about 5:30 when we all hit it.
Well, we hit it about us and the broadcasting crew. We hit it at about 5:30-ish. It wasn't that bad. It was moderate compared to what it normally is.
Yeah. Cooper gets about 3 more on the handoff, so it'll bring up 3rd and 2. And the clock, which is our friend at the moment, continues to roll. All right, 3rd and about 2 to go here. As we get under 1:20 to play. Eight to go on the play clock. We check back for the new play. Coach Smith signaling it in. It's another handoff to Cooper, and he bounces it back on the counter, and he is across the line to gain. There it is, a Horn Custom Jewelry first down. Cooper gets to the 32, and that is the one that will seal it for us. Under a minute to go. First down for Gulfport. One more snap should do it for us. It's going to put Cooper at 187 yards on the night on 28 carries, averaging 6.7 per touch. 2 scores, another really good game from him. Kicking off he's over at 300 yards on his senior season through 2 games. So really good night from him.
Division I athlete too.
Yeah, he's had numerous offers, committed currently to Louisiana Lafayette. All right, Gulfport ran the play clock down to 1 second and took a timeout. So we'll do that so we can make sure we get it set up correctly, make sure we get this, everybody's on the page with what we're doing here. Final play, 32 seconds to go, so one more clean snap and we can pack it up and go home.
And it is going to be and if we get another touchdown out, it's going to be a very happy bus ride back home. And then once again, we're playing Petal next week.
Yeah, next Friday. We're at Milner, so if we would love to have you join us at Milner. We love having a big crowd at home, but if you cannot make it, you know now where to find us. The WGTV broadcast here will kick off at 7 o'clock, and we'll be happy to bring you the action for what should be we're 2 for 2 on having exciting, close games. Yeah. So maybe we can have another one next week. Petal's a really good team, so we're going to have to play a lot better than we did tonight, but we won't have a bye week. Yeah, we had a tough loss to them last year in the playoffs, lost by a field goal. There won't be a bye week, so I think maybe we'll be in a better rhythm coming out the gate next week. All right, we got the snap clean. Nettles takes the knee, and the final 30 seconds are going to roll off. And this one's going to be the Admirals' first win of the new season in 2025. 17-14 is going to be your final. Admirals finished with 390 yards of offense. Parker had 187 through the year, 12 for 24 on the night, no touchdowns, had a few interceptions, but in the end, we'll take the win. Again, Cooper Crosby, 28 carries, 187, 2 touchdowns. Camden Morgan led us receiving with 4 catches for 63 yards. Javius Hales had 2 for 40.
The crowd is cheering on for the Admirals as they leave and walk off field.
Laurel's offense put up 216 yards, which is a really good defensive performance from us because trying to look back at it, they actually had, if we're correct here, they had -1 yards in the second half. And I'm looking at my halftime stat sheet I gave you. We had them at 217 yardage. I'm looking at now at the end of the fourth quarter, they're at 216. So we had nothing allowed in that second half. Really a phenomenal job by our defense, which we knew was going to be one of the strengths of the team. Held Laurel to 7 first downs. We forced 3 turnovers. They were 3 for 14 on third downs, 1 for 4 on fourth downs. Really good job on the big, important plays, something we struggled at last week. So, Nate, that was a fun one.
Yeah,
Glad you could join me.
I'm happy.
And Nate's, for those that watch us, Nate does a great job. A lot of previous weeks, he's run the main camera for us a lot of times. So glad to have him on the headset with me tonight. We'll have some more student broadcasters next week in our home game. So let's all have a good trip home. We'll see everybody in another week. So for Nate Coleman and our great producers, Mr. Wesley Rogers and Kyle Elward, and the rest of the WGTV team, this is Jake Chambliss saying have a good night. Go Admirals.